Welcome, guys, to the next game in the Australian ETT tournament. We're here with Dive today. Dive, how are you?
Pretty swell.
Dive is the current champion in the knockout round, and we have Tacho right at the back there with the cat head. We have had our warm-up slash handicap with Tacho on 1 point. So Tacho will start with a 1 point handicap, which Dive will have to give. Best of 5, or it's first to 3 rather, so a maximum of 5 games in total. I think that's all good, so let's get started, guys. Hit casual, ready up. And then 1 point to Tacho. Let's begin. We'll see how they go. With Tacho getting 2 points, let's see if Dive can bring it back off the table. We have some, we saw last time some nice backspinning by Dive from our games before. So let's see if Dive can bring it back. Got Tacho in the lead just by 1, stuffing up a few let serves there. Dive trying some speed straight away, but not quite getting there. Let's see how he goes. Just got some nice little simple ones at the moment. Yesterday we saw, in the last game, we saw some nice speedy ones, especially with backspin from Dive. Off the table from Dive there, with Tacho with a 2 point lead. Dive not smacking it yet. Let's see if Dive can catch up and get even. Nah, he's trying to be too funny and too smart. Oh, a nice forehand there by Dive. Nice backspin there. I think backspin might be Dive's go-to thing for this game. Oh, some classic side spin there. We saw that last game from Dive as well. And Tacho returning the backspin. And off the table, can Dive win it back or can Tacho bring it back? Yep. 1 point to Tacho. Kind of even now. They're always forgetting.
My bad.
We've kind of got a head start for Tacho. Let's hear from Dive. Can he bring it even straight away? A huge part of this is the mental aspect of it, just knowing you've got a handicap. Let's see if Dive can bring that back. Oh, that was a nice shot by Dive. They're nice and quick where they weren't expecting it. Oh, some nice edge shots there. Is Dive going to be nice and not do them anymore? Going easy, starting off the table. Let's see if Dive can bring it back up. Oh, hitting the net. Can Dive bring it? He's getting further and further away from being even. We're missing the side spin and backspin. Oh, there was some nice backspin there across the table from Dive. Missing that speed from other games that we've seen. Tacho getting some more points. There's some backspin there from Dive, but Tacho's dealing that one quite well. It seems like the wide angle shots from Dive are going to be what gets Tacho, and some speed as well. We're missing that speed. Can Tacho do it? Can he win a bit of the game? Or can Dive catch up with his speed? Oh, 1 point to Tacho. And I'm going to get quick on that mic because they forget really quickly. Alright, let's see if Tacho can do it to win the first game of the evening. Dive throwing away points with that backspin there. Again, straight into the net. Oh, first point for Dive. Some nice wide shots there. Looks like Tacho was trying to move around the table, get some nice table control. Straight into the net. Seems like a classic one from Dive. That nice heavy backspin. Oh, not working. Oh, that was some nice swacking from Dive. A let serve there by Tacho. Yep, using that table really well for dive, trying to get some table controller. He stuffs up a shot. Can he bring it back? Under the table there from dive, adding quite a bit of spin. Oh, some nice wide shots there by dive. Tacho keeping it nice and simple, which is fine. It's neck and neck now, 8-9, with Tacho coming in with the lead, but back to being even from dive. Dive trying to show some unusual serves to say. Can dive win the first point and bringing Tacho up to back to even. Can Tacho bring it back up to get rid of his handicap, or is dive going to have to face a 2-point handicap? Heavy backspin from dive. Alright, we have dive winning the first match there, winning a first point. That means Tacho's now going up to a 2-point handicap. So let's start. Make sure Tacho gets his 2-point handicap.
Alright, there we go.
Let's see who can do it. It might be a tight one. Dive being pretty challenging, or not pretty challenging, but being challenged in some spots, having that one handicap getting nice and close. We'll see if that 2-point handicap is going to cause any issues from them. But dive is stuffing up there. Oh, some nice high ones there from dive, and Tacho acting like it's nothing. However, that does go into the net. Oh, alright. Dive may have been warmed up, and I think he has changed hands as well. Straight into the net from Tacho. I think this handicap might go up to 3 if dive continues the way he's playing. Maybe not. The aggression was there, which does seem to work for dive if he can manage to get it on the table. No offense, dive, but everyone makes silly mistakes. Tacho trying some backspin there and some top spin. Nice high one there from Tacho, but getting off the table. Dive almost bringing it to the win on this first game of the second set. Oh, some aggression there by Tacho with some heavy, fast and heavy top spin there. Oh, off the table. Can dive bring it back? Can he get one more point to win? You know. And there. 2 points to Tacho. I wonder if it is pronounced Tacho or Tacho. We'll have to find out. Alright, let's see if dive can bring it back. He's given away another point. So we're seeing here Tacho, a great defender, where dive is trying a few different little things to try and make it uncomfortable for his opponent, and sometimes it's working, like some nice forehand topspin, but then other times, perfect example, going under the table with that backspin. However, that was heavy enough for Tacho to make it go in the net. Tacho missing the edge of the table, but would have been a great one. Same with dive, back to even. Let's see how we go. We've got dive on 1 point, or winning one game. Oh, some speed there from dive, but he just overshot it just a little bit. Backspin there, straight into the net for Tacho. Whoa, we're seeing some defensive play there, but dive now sparking it up a little bit and just doing some creative things. However, it seems to be pretty equal with both of them. We're on 7, but now 7 and 8. Dive's trying some fancy stuff there, but sometimes it's not working for him. But he is taking risks, and some of the risks are working. Or can Tacho bring this back and win, or rather just get one more point, or can Dive bring this back, get one more point and be equal? 2 points for Tacho. Alright, whoever wins this one gets another point. Is it going to be Dive, who will only need one game after this? Or is Tacho going to bring it back and make it an equal playing field for both of them? Some nice wide ones there by Tacho, using that table greatly to his advantage, but Dive took that point. Tacho up under the table for Dive. Great use of the table by both of them. Not pushing around too far, but just making it a little bit uncomfortable, especially there with that net shot. Both of them seem to be starting out pretty slow in their serves and then ramping it up, unless Dive just doesn't attack serve straight away, which sometimes works on his behalf. Oh, some nice wide shots there, but the net assisting Dive. Can Dive bring it back? Off the table for Tacho. Oh, that backspin not getting over quite enough. Oh, is this going to be Dive's downfall? Some fancy stuff there, not working. Getting angry at himself, but Tacho just making some slight mistakes, just off the table, just the tiniest bit. Oh, we see Tacho just attacking a little bit there, but Dive responding fairly well. However, still going off the table. Oh, some classic side spin there by Dive. Can he bring it back, or is Tacho going for the point? Radio, Tacho's back on one handicap. It's even for both of you with one game under your belt. So Tacho's back on one, or Tacho. Continue to say Tacho. Back to 2 points. Let's see if Dive can bring it back. Ooh. Yeah, some aggression's coming out in both of them now. So I'm interested to see how that'll evolve into the end. If Tacho's going to continue that and Dive's going to respond, or if it's just going to stay this and only be brought out when necessary or the perfect opportunity. Got some nice backspin happening there from Tacho. How's Dive going to reply to that? I'm not too sure. Can Dive bring it back and get even? Once Dive gets even, the score seems to level up a little bit. Some great table work there by Dive, but that not working. Let's see if he can keep that score similarity. Ooh, so Tacho going really, really well with those high shots. Being able to handle them like nothing. Dive screwing up there, not hitting it far enough. Oh, we're seeing some aggression from Dive there. We saw some of that last game. However, some aggression is just too powerful, causing it to go off the table. That's from both of them, especially with Tacho's return shots when Dive hits quite a bit of spin from it. Some nice returns there by Dive. Let's see if he can bring it back and win. 1 point to Tacho. We've got Tacho. If Dive gets this, he's got 2 points, leaving Tacho with just one. However, we did see his comeback mid-game, bringing back up around the 6 or 7 point mark. Really taking his time there. However, we'll see if he can do it now, being it's only 3 ahead now. Ooh, some great returns there by Tacho, but just missed it. I think he didn't think that one was going to stay on. Overshooting just the tiniest bit on the table. Dive trying some really odd shots there. Ooh, some great speed and aggression there from Dive, but off the table from Tacho. Really trying that attack there. And Tacho's got some great attacks, which we've seen, and so does Dive. But Tacho's got some really great returns for some of Dive's attacks there. We're seeing Dive now mid-game, like I said, bringing it back up. It looks a bit more confident, but pretty even. So hitting that off there, Dive just smacking that one away. Ooh, Tacho going off the table. We'll see how this goes. It's a pretty, looking like Dive's going to get this. Oh, off the table. Might be even. Might have jinxed it. Nice returns there by Dive, but just a little bit too much spin there from Tacho. Fixing up our headset. We have Dive won this first set, so we'll see if he can bring it back and end the game quickly. But it's looking like Tacho might win this one. No, I spoke too soon. Even again. Can Tacho bring it back? Can he do it? Give himself a chance. Even again. We've seen many of these plateaus, meaning our handicap is in a good spot. Oh, goodness, both of them screwing up. Is it getting to their head, or are they getting tired, or are they just learning how to play each other's game? Well, one more and Dive wins, and then Tacho would go back up to a 2-point handicap. Oh, great return there by Tacho. But stuffing it up again. Let's see if Dive can do it and not let it get to his head. It got to his head there. Off the table for Dive. You guys can skip forward probably 15 minutes by this standard. Off the table for Tacho. Can Dive just get one more point? There we go. Rightio, so we have now Tacho on a 2-point handicap again. For losing that one, we have Dive with 2 games under his belt. Tacho with 1. Am I pronouncing your name right, Tacho, or is it Tacho? I know you're not talking. Hang on, wait for him to put his head back on and we'll get a nod. Is it pronounced Tacho? There we go. Alright, perfect, cool. 2-point handicap for Tacho. If Dive wins this, that's the end of the game. However, if Tacho wins this, it is back to even. So we've been going for 17 minutes now. Looking at my clock, or around about, depending on the edits I make in this video. So Tacho on 1. Let's see if Dive can bring it back. Let's see if they can. Oh, great high serve there from Dive. And I wonder if lag is playing a part or a factor in this. We've got some very good competition, and I think both of them have warmed up really well, with some nice attacks there from both of them, actually. Oh! That backspin getting Tacho there, with Dale looking like he's giving away points, or Dive rather. Or trying to play that table control. It is mid-game now, so let's see if Dale can bring it back. Might be getting a bit too late from what we've seen. Dale or Dive can bring it back mid-game around the 6 or 7 point mark, but we're around the 4. Yeah, I think Tacho might have this, unless Dive can play really strong and just keep it nice and simple. 2 points to Tacho. So we've got 1 set to Tacho here. Let's see if Dive can bring this back. Getting that lead again, or get even. He just needs 1 more game, of 3 rather. I'll have to figure out a name. If it's a set game match, what the hell's going on? Dive looking pretty weak here. Looking like he's throwing away some of his points. Maybe it's getting to his head. It seemed like if he just has a really good top spin in an awkward place for Tacho, it throws them off. However, they might prove me wrong. Might do it fine. Dive just trying to be a little bit too ambitious, hitting it off the table in some cases. Ooh. But then we've got Tacho hitting it off the table. Yep, can Dive get 4 more points and get even? 3 more points now. He just needs to play nice and conservatively to keep his points. 2 more points. Can he do it? Can he do it? 1 more point. Yep, he can. Alright, let's see if he gets this. Oh, can Tacho bring it back? Can he go down to 1 point? Oh, back to even again. What a tense game. Is that on the table, off the table? If Dive gets this. Yep. 2 points to Tacho. So if Dive wins this next game, if he gets to 11 first, or 2 points ahead, then he has moved on. However, if Tacho wins this, Tacho will have one more game and see who moves on. Dive showing some aggression there, but Tacho returning it nice and smoothly without effort. Some backspin getting Dive there. We're seeing the forehands from Dive proving to go really well, unless there's backspin on it like then. It's about now where Dive brings it back if he is going to bring it back, and it looks like he's 3 more points away to getting even. 2 more points, can Dive bring it back, or can Tacho bring it back and get that victory? Dive trying some unusual tactics there, but no, can he bring that 2 point back, or is Tacho going to run with this and just take it? 3 point difference now. Dive using that table in a way, but it could utilise that more. Really aiming for the corners. Heavy topspin seems to get Tacho. 2 more points away. We saw it last game from Dive. He brought it back amazingly. And 1, can he do it now? Oh, what a great rally. And we're even. If Dive wins this, he's won the tournament for this match. Moving on. Can Tacho bring it back? Oh, 1 more point and Dive wins. Can he do it? Or will it get in his head? And we go even again. Can Tacho bring it back and get that victory? Can Tacho get that 1 more point and bring it back to victory? Oh, off the table. Can Dive get 2 more? Can Tacho get 2 more? This is a very, very intense situation. Whoever wins this is really a decider. Dive bringing out his tricks there.
Thank you so much, Tacho.
And Dive has made it on to the next round. Tacho, I know you can't talk, but I think you'll agree that was a very tight, intense game from both of you guys. This is Dive's 2nd win. He's on to the next match. Big thank you to Tacho. He did play amazingly, and handled all those weird serves from Dive.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for a great game, and stay tuned for the next match.